Hey guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're going to be sharing with you the Christian Girl's Guide to Starting a Ministry. So this is a topic that we actually receive a lot of messages and emails about because we've started a ministry. People want to know, how did you start it? Why did you start it? I have a passion to want to reach people. How can I do it? And so the really cool thing is that because of the day and age that we live in, it's totally possible for us to reach people that we never could have like 100 or 200 years ago. And so because of that, the technology, like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest.
There's so many outlets.
Like a million outlets. And so we, like a lot of us are like, how can we do this? How can we reach people with this specific passion, whether it's orphan advocacy or human trafficking or just wanting to reach young women and help them understand God's design for womanhood. And so you have this passion in your heart. You want to reach people. You see the possibilities and you're like, what do I do to start this? And so we don't have all of the answers. We are not like pros at this, but we have learned a lot along the way. And so our hope is in this video, we can just give you a few tips and tricks, just a little bit of guidance to begin pursuing this process and really to help you successfully start a ministry.
We officially started Girl Defined Ministries, back in 2014?
Was it?
I think so. But the thing is, for us, our passion didn't start then, right? Like when we were younger in high school, even past that, we had a passion, really, if you look back at our history of working in ministry with girls, and it wasn't until we were like early to mid 20s that we really took that passion and decided to get serious about it. Like, okay, we have this passion to minister to young women. What are we going to do with it? And that's when we really locked down and formed a plan, sought counsel, kind of formed a vision, and then decided, okay, what is this going to look like? Are we going to do this as an official ministry? Is it going to be more of a hobby? What is this thing? And then we kind of worked through that, prayed, God led us to really the idea of Girl Defined. And really our passion is helping modern women and all of us understand and live out God's timeless design for womanhood. So the Bible is our guide. We're understanding what is God's design for womanhood. We were able to really narrow down our vision and then decide, okay, who is the target audience that we're going to be ministering to? Okay, that's young Christian women, helping them understand God's design. And so as you're thinking about your passion and you're thinking, I have this passion, I want to start some sort of ministry, really just think back, like when did this passion start? Because it probably has been something that you've really been passionate about for a very long time. And now you're standing on the edge like we were, like, okay, I want to do something about this. I want to make this official. I want to get consistent. I want to get serious. And we love that because in Matthew, and this is a verse that's really encouraging, and we love that a lot of you have a heart for ministry and you want to pursue ministry in a more intentional way. So here's what Matthew 9:37 says. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest. And that's just such a good reminder for all of us that yes, the harvest, like the laborers are few. There aren't many people who have a passion for ministry, who want to reach out and love on others and serve others and teach the gospel, preach the gospel to others. There's not many doing that. The laborers are few, but the harvest is plentiful. There's so, and like you said,
a great need.
So many opportunities, so much that you can do. And so in this video, we really want to commend you and encourage you. God has given you a passion. He's given you desires for a certain people group to minister, and we love that. So in this video, we're going to give you 5 practical things that you can do as a laborer who's wanting to be faithful to start a ministry right now.
These are the exact steps that we actually took to start Girl Defined. Like this is literally what happened. So step number 1, write down your what. So what is it that you're specifically passionate about? Like Kristen mentioned earlier, our specific what is this? Helping modern girls understand God's timeless design for womanhood. That's a very small nutshell that describes exactly what we're passionate about. So you need to figure out your what. What is it that God has given you a passion for? Like I said, is it orphans? Is it human trafficking? Is it helping the elderly? Is it helping modern girls? Figure it out, think and pray over it. This is a big deal. You need to take time to figure out your what and then try to narrow it down to a tiny little nutshell like we did. And this will really be the first step to starting your ministry. So first step, write down your what.
And step number 2, narrow your niche. Okay, this is so important because if you're like us, you may have a lot of passions.
You can do everything.
Like I could do this ministry and then this one and then this one, and pretty soon you're spinning like 100 plates and you don't even know really what you're doing anymore, right? You only have so much time, so many resources. So it would be really wise and make a lot of sense to narrow your vision, narrow your passion, decide what is it, then who is my niche like group that I'm going to be ministering to. So for us, Girl Defined, okay, there are a lot of girls out in the world, a lot of countries, a lot of different religions. So what is our niche? So as we thought about our passion, we realized, okay, our niche is young women specifically young Christian women, helping them understand God's design from a biblical perspective, his design for our lives as women. Okay, that's our niche. We've narrowed it in. It's not guys, it's not the elderly, it's this specific group of people, and that helps us know who we're ministering to. We can create content, write videos for that specific audience. So for you, you need to decide who is your niche and then stick to ministering to those people.
Okay, so you have your what, you have your niche, and now step number 3, seek outside counsel.
Oh, this is huge.
I know. After because we don't really like to seek outside counsel. We're like, okay, we have the idea.
We just like to go for it.
Like, here we go, running full speed ahead. But when we started Girl Defined, we decided, okay, we're not going to do what we've done in the past where we just get an idea and run a million miles an hour. We're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to seek outside counsel because we know the Bible is all about seeking wisdom, seeking counsel, wisdom in numbers. And so we're like, we're going to do this. So actually the first people that we went to, once we had our what, we had our niche, we actually met at a coffee shop. I still remember it to this day with our parents and with Zach and the people closest to us. And we said, okay, we've been praying about this. Here's our idea. And so we were able to seek wisdom and counsel from the people who know us best, who love us most. And then we didn't stop there. We went and sought counsel from people who had been doing this for way longer than we had because we don't have all the answers. And so we went and did research. One of the books that actually was the most helpful in this area was Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World by Michael Hyatt. And I recommend this book all the time. It was amazing for us. We'll link to it below. But not only did we seek biblical counsel and wisdom from those around us, we also sought practical counsel. Okay, what are the practical steps towards starting a ministry? So we really encourage you, once you have your ideas, once you have your niche, to slow down at that point, pray, seek outside counsel, do research that will really help you propel forward in a really successful way. So step number 3, seek outside counsel.
And number 4, choose your platform. Okay, this takes you back to who are you ministering to? Who's your niche? Because once you know that, you'll know where to find these people. So for us, young Christian women, we've discovered, and we didn't jump into every platform when we started. We started with like a blog and maybe Facebook, maybe Twitter. But as we got into the ministry, we realized, okay, it's really helpful to have a blog for us because we're writing content for young women. Okay, so with the blog comes an email sign up. That was really important for us. And then where do young women spend a lot of their time? On social media. And it was really a trial and error to discover which social medias would be a good platform for us to minister from. So we discovered for us personally that YouTube was an awesome one. That came later in the game. Facebook was one we had early on. We discovered Twitter is not as popular amongst young women. Right, and Pinterest is popular. So for you and your niche, think, who am I ministering to? And where are these people going to be at? What would be the best platform, the best outlet for me to reach them, for me to minister to them on? And so that's going to be something you're going to have to really sit and think about and probably even do research and look at other ministries that might be similar to what you're passionate about and kind of see, what do they do? What have people who have gone before me? What have they done? What's been successful? And then kind of even take some of those tips and tricks from them. So rather than trying to do everything and be on every single platform out there, just pick a few, learn the few that are going to be most helpful for your ministry, and then pursue, research, and build your platform on those.
And the last and final step number 5, be consistent. This is the hardest one because when we originally had a passion for reaching young women, we kind of tried to like dabble in the blog and like figure out what we were doing. And it was really honestly more like a hobby, wouldn't you say? We were not consistent.
We just kind of did it when we had time, which you rarely have time.
For 6 months. And so we realized, okay, for a hobby, that was great. We did it when we felt like it. But if you're like us, you're wanting to do this more officially. And so you have to be consistent. So when we got serious, we came up with a plan. We came up with a schedule. And for us, specifically, I'll just share with you, that looks like writing a blog on Monday or posting a blog on Monday and on Friday, and then posting a video on Wednesday. So if you follow us, you've probably figured out our schedule, probably figured out our routine. But for us, that's been an amazing schedule to follow. We have a plan. We know where we need to be consistent. And now we know, okay, we don't have to post 5 days a week. For us, 3 is doable. For you, it may be once a week. It may even be once every 2 weeks. Maybe you send out an email and you only need to send out updates once a month. You really just need to decide what is doable for me. Start small rather than big.
You can always go bigger.
Yeah, you can always go bigger.
It's harder to scale back.
You can add more days, but just choose something that's doable. And then we just challenge you to be consistent. Get in the habit.
Do it.
See what works. So that's the last and practical step for you. What can I do? How should I start? Once a month, once a week. Figure it out and be consistent.
These 5 things really were the steps that we took in starting Girl Defined, and they have proven to be so helpful for us. And even now, we still apply a lot of these things. So we want to encourage you, regardless of where you're at in the process, if it's just an idea or if you're ready to jump into making this official, we want to challenge you to go back to step number 1 and decide, what is my what?
Yes.
What is it that I want to do? Write it down in a nutshell and build from that vision. We're going to link to some things below, some of the books that you recommended. We're going to link the 5 steps. So if you're like, I missed some of them, what are they? Just look below. You can find all of that information.
Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel below because we post new videos every Wednesday.
You're silent for 10,000
I know. You've got it. Nice.
No, it was great.
I'll pull us out.
Nice.
It was great.
So proud. Woo! Whatever. Or if it's other thing this works, so you really need. Oh, that was a dumb line. Just. Oh, I can't nail it. I'm done.
No.
Okay.
Nice. Much better, George.
Woo!
You're like, okay. Woo! Woo!
You were getting like the words. Nice. Tips and tricks. When are we like a circus?
Okay. Wrap it up.
Good. And then you'll do Patreon. Wrap it up.
Okay, before you click away, don't click away. Don't go anywhere. We're really serious about this, okay? Now we know you might be getting used to it and you're like, past this point, we don't want to hear from you anymore. But y'all, those of you who have decided to support us financially on Patreon and have become a patron, all of you who have chosen to do that really are becoming the backbone of the ministry and helping us to continue to produce these YouTube videos. You have no idea how helpful it is. Seriously,
so much.
Those of you who are just donating $1 a video, $2 a video, up to even $10 a video, it means so much to us, and it really does give us the ability to continue to do this. So we really just want to encourage you to consider supporting the Girl Defined channel, helping us to continue with this ministry. And if you would do that, just click the link below. We'll link to it, patreon.com/girldefined, to begin supporting us today.